Hello and welcome to your 15-minute flow class, and today we're going to be focusing on really appreciating the magic that is here and awe that surrounds us at all times. And I want to describe to you a term that I think is really useful and puts things in perspective, and this is called hedonistic adaptation. And what this is we've all had this experience before where you're anticipating something that you really want. Maybe it's a promotion or a purse or a trip or a date with somebody or something that you've really been longing for, and then you finally get the thing. And you were elated and you are so happy, and then it fades and it just becomes your purse, and this is just your job, and this is just your partner now, or what, and we forget, we lose that magic and that shine for that thing that we had wanted so much. And the great thing about this is that it also works in reverse. So the things that we worry are going to crush us never seem to last as long or are as bad as we anticipated. So one of the things that we can do to bring that magic back, instead of the things just becoming your things and the people in your life just being the people in your life, is to consciously look for the magic that surrounds you and that you're a part of. And it takes a little bit of effort because our lives just become our lives and the people that are in them and the things that we have. But this conscious looking for the beauty that surrounds you, the magic, and even just contemplating this earth, which is this spinning rock and this tiny little ozone that protects us. And there's nothing else like it. And yet, look at this place that we live in. And this body that somehow breathes on its own, and all of the systems within it are looking after themselves, and you don't even have to think about it. And somehow it's created from like two little tiny things that came together, and then somehow you got into this body, and here we are. And then the sun, when it shines on the leaves and the glow that comes from it, the flowers as they bloom, and the opening of the petals and the magnificent colors, and just all of these things that are here surrounding us, the rainbow, the feeling of the rain on your skin and the smell of mud, all of these things that remind us that we're part of something bigger and more beautiful than we sometimes remember. So I invite you to start by laying a hand on your heart. Any hand is good, just whichever one feels most natural for you. And close your eyes. And as you do so, I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths. And notice your breath moving through your hand. And just sensing the miracle of you. Somehow you've gotten into this body and nobody really knows how, but here we are. And the aliveness that animates this body. And the rhythm of your breath, which is also the rhythm of your life, and the rhythm of this planet, the seasons, and how it's all connected in this living, breathing, dying world, constantly renewing and rebirthing itself just as you are. And just sensing the air on your skin, the temperature, the warmth of your own body through your hand, and the mystery that is here. Because we don't really know. And yet we are surrounded by all of this beauty. We just need to open our eyes to catch it. invite you to lay your hands together at your heart, and we'll begin with an Om. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Om. Release your hands. Open your eyes if you haven't already. And let's get moving these magical bodies that we are in and feel how good they can feel. So I invite you to start in a downward facing dog today. So you'll spread your hands nice and wide. Walk your feet back a little bit. Make sure they're about hip width apart. Heels line up behind your second toes. Then you can start by just pedaling your heels, bending one knee at a time. Waking up the backs of your legs. And just starting to feel into your body. And you can add a little bit of movement here too, maybe twisting the hips to lengthen through your side body. Just starting to play around. Sometimes it's nice to even twist your feet side to side and press your hips back. And then twist your feet to the other side and press your hips back. Just creating a bit more length, maybe one more time. Each side. And then coming into your static downward facing dog. Now from here, I'll invite you to step, hop, or walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together as you lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your hands up, watch them join. And then exhale, release them down. All right, so we'll start with some sun salutations. Inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your gaze flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back. So you're going to take a big lunge, drop down onto your back knee, sink your hips down, and then inhale, raise your hands up. You're going to exhale, soften the hips, and then take the hands down to the floor. Step back, either downward dog, or you'll lower through a chaturanga, so you can skip these if you want, just go right into down dog. Inhale into upward dog, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Now on your next inhale, raise your right leg up, flex your foot, spread your toes, reach through your arms, breathe. On your next exhale, hug your knee into your nose, give it a squeeze, and then step your right foot through. Now you're going to keep the back knee lifted, squeeze the outer hips into the center line, and then inhale, raise your hands up. Drop the back knee a little bit so you can lift your pelvis, and then you're going to sink a little bit deeper. Press out through the back heel, and then open your arms wide as you lift your gaze and perhaps the corners of your mouth. One more breath. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, take them to the floor. And inhale, step up, joining your feet at the top of your mat. And lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your hands, watch them join. And then exhale, release them down. Good. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, step your left foot back now, dropping to the knee, sinking the hips. Inhale, raise your hands, palms touch, hips heavy. Exhale, take your hands down, step back, either downward dog or you'll lower with me through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, hug your shins in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now I invite you to inhale, raise your left leg up. You're going to lift from the inner thigh, drop the right heel down, and then exhale your knee to your nose. Inhale, step your foot through, right up between your hands. Squeeze the outer hips in. Inhale, raise your hands up. Bend the back knee just a little bit so you can lift the pubic bone and come into a more neutral pelvis. And then exhale, reach out through the back heel as you reach the arms wide. Take your gaze up, brighten your eyes, feel your body. One more breath, you're doing so good. Inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, take them to the floor. Inhale, step up and join your feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your hands up, watch them join. And then exhale, fold forward. Take it right to the floor. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, your right foot back again, dropping to the knee. Lower your hips. Inhale, raise your hands up, coming into your low lunge. And then this time you'll take your right elbow across your left knee. Stack your hands together. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, twist, looking over your left shoulder. If you'd like, you can ground into the big toe of your front foot and then push out through the back heel. Keep breathing. One more breath. Exhale, take both hands to the floor. Step back and lower, or going into downward dog. Inhale, upward dog. And then exhale, back, downward dog. Good. Raise your right leg up. Exhale, your knee to your nose. And step your foot through. From here, I'll invite you to inhale, raise your hands. Crescent lunge. Drop into the back knee a little bit. Press through the heel. Open your arms wide. Take your gaze up. Very nice. Take one more breath. Now I invite you to bring the back heel flat. Bring your hand down and then sink deeper into the front knee as you bring your right arm back by your ear. Exalted warrior, reverse warrior, dancing warrior, all the same pose. Get a little deeper into the front knee. Brighten your eyes, you look beautiful. And then inhale, windmill your hands forward and step up to the top of your mat. Feet together and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale now, step your left foot back. From here, drop down onto your back knee. Inhale, raise your hands up, coming into your low lunge. And then bring your left elbow across your right knee into your prayer twist. And then from here, or twisted long side angle. And then if you'd like, you can pick up your back knee. You're going to ground into the big toe of your front foot and reach through the back heel for your stability. Whew. Take one more breath. I should take my own advice. And then exhale, take both hands to the floor. Step back, either downward dog or lower. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, back. On your next inhale, invite you to raise your left leg up. Flex your foot, spread your toes. Exhale your knee to your nose and step your foot through. Bring it right up between your hands. Inhale, raise them up overhead. And then exhale, open up. Take your gaze up and reach through the back heel. Open up your heart, take in all of this good energy. As you inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale your back hand and foot flat. Back hand down, back foot flat. And the left arm is up by your ear. Sink a little deeper. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, bring your arm back by your ear. Keep breathing, get a little deeper. Feel strong in your body, awake. And then inhale, right arm over left. Take your hands to the floor, step back, downward dog. Take a little pedal through your heels. Good, and then I invite you to drop down onto your hands and knees and press back into a child's pose. Reach your hips back. Rock your hairline on the mat back and forth. It can feel really good and calming for the nervous system. And then I invite you to pull yourself up and extend your legs out front. Come into a cross-legged position, and then I invite you to drop down onto your elbows. You're going to take the webbing of your index finger and thumb and just cup the top of your buttocks with it. Walk your elbows in nice and tight and roll your shoulders back. Now lift up through your chest and your heart. As long as it's okay for your neck, you can let your head go back. Otherwise, you're going to try and have a race between your chin and your neck, or chin and your chest, pardon me, and keep lifting up nice and high. Last few breaths. Inhale, press into your hands and elbows to come up. And we'll end with one last simple twist. So you'll take your right hand to your left knee, left hand back. Inhale, sit up tall, and then exhale, twist as you look over your shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist back. One more breath. Inhale, come forward, exhale to the other side. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, squeeze back. Twists always feel so good. Good. Inhale, come forward. And now we get Shavasana. So I invite you to lay down. And this is such an important part of the practice because we often don't give ourselves time to rest, and making that time tells our bodies and ourselves that it's a priority, that it's important. And so as you lay your body down, and every time that you do, you are telling yourself and your body that this is important. And you'll find that the more that you practice, the faster your body will start to help you come into this state of rest. So I invite you to close your eyes and allow your eyes to sink back into their sockets. Your brain to be cradled in the back of your skull. Your jaw soft as your cheeks slacken towards your ears. And you feel your limbs become heavier with each exhale. Melting into the earth that supports you. And letting each breath guide you deeper within. Into the quiet that is always here, just beneath the surface of the thoughts. I invite you now to deepen your breathing. As you wake your fingers and toes, notice what it feels like. Often we kind of skip through this, the hedonistic adaptations. As even you feel all the little jolts of awareness, it feels like maybe rolling the wrists and ankles and your head side to side. The back of the skull has lots of nerve endings and feel really good. Take a big stretch. Roll to your side. Take a moment of gratitude here. There's so much beauty that surrounds us, and goodness. And then when you're ready, I'll invite you to use your hands to press yourself up and join them at your heart. Thank you for joining me in this flow class today, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Namaste.